This is recap for live stream 276. We've had a profitable day, up 25. Over on today, it was a pretty volatile day in terms of the P&L. We can see we came to the market around 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, because we tend to let the first 30 minutes play itself out. But the first 30 minutes was pretty bullish. Market continued quite a bit to the upside. So from the market open, we had a pretty strong rally all the way up until when I got to the market, somewhere around here. We had 230 points of rally in the first 30 minutes of the market being open. Then came into the market and took a series of long trades. I was pretty aggressive with the stop out, so took a long, close for a loss, took another long, I believe I closed this for a loss as well, only for the trade to go on to the upside and hit target. But I didn't want to risk, because I felt I was buying pretty high. I thought there was certainly room for the market to pull back, especially if we look at, say, the 5-minute chart. And we can see here, we already had a pretty big run to the upside, got to the market somewhere around here. And we saw this run to the upside on the break above the pre-market highs that were put in during the Asian session. So as we saw that break above the pre-market high, I thought there could potentially be a pullback. So I was a little bit cautious. Came into the market, took a couple of losses, finally decided to hold the trade. He actually went over to hit target. Noticed that the market put in some highs here. The highs, the reason I consider it highs, because prices pulled back 57 points from there. I don't believe I took any trades through. Nope, didn't take any trades through. Wanted to get a long through here, just didn't set up. Eventually the prices did set up, went long, and the target was hit over here. Ideally, the trade worked out how I wanted it to. Wanted to take profit before we got to this area where we saw the selling. So we took profit there. We actually had a setup here, but didn't take it. I was a bit concerned that we could see a false breakout. Went long here on another setup. Price came back. Price was staying up, so went long. Target was hit there. Waited. Prices pulled back. Prices pulled back to this previous high here. So I thought about shorting on the close back below the previous highs, but I thought, well, the market's showing itself to be pretty bullish, so I wasn't going to do that. Also thought about taking the long back through that high, but decided not to. It's not one of the foremost strategies I'm using, so left it alone. We could have seen that has worked out pretty well in hindsight. So we then went long here as prices came back. I think we trailed our stop here. I'll tell you what happened. So went long because we were pretty close to our goal. It would have hit the default target, but I wanted to see a bit more. I wanted to get profits into about, say, the 140s. Prices didn't quite get there. Got to the 138s before pulling back, hitting my break-even stop. So took a break-even through there. Went long through here. Wasn't willing to give it. So these three trades were long trades that I weren't willing to give to the correct stop. So went long. Prices came back. Closed for a loss. Went long again. Price came back. Closed that for a loss. Went long again. And I think prices came back. I closed that one as well. I closed that one again for a loss. Came pretty close to the stop, but it would not have hit. So all three trades there are completely avoidable. Close the positions early. And the reason I closed the positions early, I know why it is. It's because I had negative risk reward. And so I didn't want to give back too much profits and go into a bit of a drawdown. So the negative risk reward obviously played a part in how I traded and how I managed the trades once in. So I went long. Profits were hit. Decided to take a short on this blue line represents the previous day's high. Went short. Prices turned around, so decided to get out for a loss there. Just lost 5 there. Went long on a true setup. Target was hit. Then went short on the close back below that level that I initially took the short on, the previous day's high. Went short, trailed aggressively to the downside. I think it might have, I think he would have hit the default stop actually. Yeah, it would have hit the default target, but I was looking for a bigger move. Prices came back, was stopped out in profit. Finally got a true setup over here. No, it wasn't a true setup. So Notice prices were struggling to rally back to the upside. Saw this candle fail around where this candle failed and where this candle opened. So decided to take a short. Target was filled pretty quickly. Through here, what did I do through here? So got true setup here short, similar to what I did over here as well, because I didn't like the negative risk reward of the trade. Took it off for a loss, went short again, took it off for a loss because I didn't like the risk reward of the trade. Also didn't like the fact that we were consolidating just slightly above this previous high over here, which we had a resistance potential support at. So I was a bit concerned that we could see a rally back to the upside. Eventually decided to go short, and we saw that breakdown. The problem with that was I needed price to get through this black line, which is a 200 period moving average, and eventually did get through that 200 period moving average and head to the downside, hit target. Prices came back through 200, went long, target was hit. Prices came back through 200, went long, target was hit. So those were pretty much the setups I took today and resulted in the P&L I had. Here is the cumulative net profit. We can see went into a bit of a drawdown, was down at 23, managed to rally back into profits 9, drew down again 18, managed to rally back 12, drew down again 6, and eventually managed to rally back to plus 25 to the upside. Over on the cumulative now, we can see that we had shallower negative cumulative net profit. So we've got lows, and higher lows again. And over on the highs and higher highs again over on the cumulative net profit. On the summary page, we can see here profit factor 1.33. Ideally like it to be above 2. Better fair being commissions because we were scalping a fair bit. Accuracy is down, but the P&L's up. So the accuracy is down at 55.77%. The profit factor, we talked about that. Accuracy, average win to average loss now. Haven't seen this in a while, but they're actually slightly positive. So the average winner was bigger than the average loser with the reduced accuracy. So that's a positive. Largest win being smaller than the largest loss is not great, but I'll certainly take it. And as I'm using a 15-second chart, we can see the average time in the market is less than 1 minute. So it's pretty aggressive on my part, but do believe that these 15-second charts are more suitable for me in these present market conditions. Over time, we'll see, but that's it for now. Thanks for watching. Good luck trading. Have a great day.